Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at the Skarbrand bloodthirster from the Demons of Khorne range. I'll be adding this to my army, but there is another significant reason as to why I'm unboxing this particular model. I'm going to be painting this up and entering it into a local competition. A competition run by the Games Workshop store in Hull City Centre, and it's my first ever painting competition, so I'm going to give this a really good go, and hopefully we can get somewhere in the competition. I'm not holding my breath. I'm not expecting to win or anything, but you know, just to go a little bit on the competitive side of things is good. Something I've never done before. So we won't be making up the model this evening because it is quite late, but here's the big old base. Now I notice this is a round base, whereas my other bloodthirster is on an oval base. So that's a little bit different. I'm just going to move this out of the way for a second. Now looking at the sprue, this sprue looks very much similar to the original bloodthirster sprue. It's got the whips and whatnot on here, so obviously we're going to be using some of these parts, but probably not all of them. I wouldn't imagine we're using the legs because the legs are on the other. There's another set of legs on the other sprue, but probably using this part, I believe. Maybe, I don't know. We'll have a look. I'm not sure how much of this we're going to actually use. Lovely big axe head just there. We definitely won't be using that because his weapons are on the other sprue. And I really enjoyed painting this part up on my other model. It was a lovely weapon to paint up. Okay, so that about covers this sprue. Lovely big horns here. Again, don't think we'll be using... We possibly could be using them. Possibly. So like I said, I'm not going to be making this one up this evening. But I will do another video where I build it up and I compare it side by side with my other bloodthirster. So moving on to the other sprue, we can see that this one is completely different. We've got the tattered and torn wings, which are going to be interesting to paint up because there's a lot of it that's actual sinew, but then there's also a lot of it that's kind of chain. I don't know if you can see that there. So the chains are kind of holding the wings together as well. So there are lots of different things going on in the wings here. As you can see, this is definitely the Skarbrand leg. Is stood on that plinth in the picture. Don't know if some of it's interchangeable or not, but and then we've got the other leg down here, another big hoof, which is completely different. Another arm. I'm guessing that majority of the pieces we'll be using that are off this bit. This is his beard type thing here. This hangs off his chin. I know that much. I've seen that part. And then we've got the armor plates. There's a few of them, and his loin chainmail type thing. That's definitely Skarbrand's face because you can see there's the kind of skull exposed at this part here. Broken horn, and then there's like a metal tip to that horn. This is definitely his armor plate as well, his breastplate. Got it upside down for you all there. So that's definitely his. Could be using some of the original bloodthirster face and attaching this bit on instead. Anyway, his axes. Let's look at his axes. Carnage and Slaughter or something, I think they're both called. Can't quite remember now. Nope, can't remember what they're called. Carnage is definitely one of them. But there's one of his lovely axes. And his other one is right next to it. How did I miss that? So yeah, they're both there side by side. Lovely detailed axes just there. Yeah, I can't wait to be getting stuck into this one. More of his armor plates are here. They're definitely his. And I think that's probably everything on this sprue. his other arms maybe. So yeah, I'm quite confused as to how much we're going to be using of the original. Obviously his body, because we'll be using the same body. Gonna have a fair bit left over, I would imagine, but get used to that. Yeah, so it's going to be an interesting model when it's built up. There's a little hand drawing, well, a rendering for you there. Instructions are fairly simple. It's not too complicated, not too much to do, but obviously, yeah, there's the legs like I suggested. The head we could be using actually is a broken set of horns. Did I see them anywhere? Oh yeah, so his broken horns are just there above the axe, so that's what we'll be using. I suppose you could probably interchange them with the non-broken ones, but then you lose the sort of effect. Yeah, this part definitely seems very similar to the other bloodthirster, so we will be using the body from the original bloodthirster at least, and then his arms are different. So I will be assembling this or painting it sub-assembled, which is why I'm not building it up this evening, because I'll be leaving the wings separate, and I'll be definitely leaving the axes and the hands separate, just to allow me full access to the body. I'll be leaving all the armour off, painting all the armour separately before attaching that to the body, which will allow me to do the skin, do some dry coats without dry brushing without it getting on the armour and things, and just allow me easier access to those sorts of pieces that are just easier to build, easier to paint when they're not, well, to me they are. You know, not everybody's going to share that same view. Some people like to paint fully assembled models. Models of this size I do like to sort of do in pieces. I think it'd be a lot easier to manoeuvre the wings around to work out which bits are metal, which bits are going to be black, and which bits are going to be red. And the same with the axes, you know, it'd be a lot easier to get all that detail and be able to move a small piece, just move it around how you want it rather than moving the whole clunky model. And to me, it's just easier. You know, it's not going to be for everybody, but it will be for me. Yeah, so I will get it made up. That'll be another video for another evening. And I will do a comparison with the other bloodthirster. I do believe that, from what I understand, and this could be why the base is smaller, is Skarbrand is slightly smaller than the other bloodthirster. But we'll have a look when we get that assembled, and I'll show you them side by side. Alright, so that's it for this video. Please like and subscribe if you want to see what it looks like built up, and obviously when I've got it fully painted as well, you might want to see that as well. And then just to find out where I came in the painting competition. Alright, so hopefully I shall catch you in the next one. Take care.